Hey there, fellow marketers, Professor Wolters here, and today we're in the Grand Tetons National Park in Wyoming, and today we're going to talk about is organic search metrics. So basically, your search engine optimization, how well is it doing by itself without you throwing money at it in other ways? And the things I want to focus on today are we're going to be looking at, your organic search metrics in terms of performance of your website. We're going to look at the penetration it might have and some of the processes we want to think about in terms of gauging how well our organic search is. Like, how easy is it for people to find us without us having to pay for it? And if we start looking at the performance measures, like what are some of the metrics that are out there? Well, one thing you really want to look at is your organic site traffic. And that's basically looking at the number of visitors to your website that people are coming to with organic search. So that is them searching up something related to you, and you actually show up and they click on it. No ads, none of you paying. They actually just organically find you, okay? And the thing is, the better your search engine optimization is, the better optimized your site is, the easier it is for people to find your stuff, right? And so that's why you want to make sure you know what those keywords are that people are searching for. You want to know how they're searching, what the information they want to know is, and you have that in your page. So if they find it, they stay on it. Well, that means to Google and the other search engines, people like this page. They're not bouncing off right away. They're staying. So this must be answering the questions. And that's going to help you move up in your rankings, okay? And that's why the second thing I want to talk about is your page rank, okay? When people search for you on Google or Bing or wherever, where do you rank? Are you on the first page? If you are, awesome. If you're on the second page or later, yeah, you're lost in the wilderness. No one's really looking at the second page of Google. Let's be honest. Like, you might get to the second page of Google by accident, but most of the time you're staying on that first page. So that's why it's really important we work on our page rank. Let's make sure we're doing everything to make our page fit exactly what people need for that question we're answering with that page. And that's going to help your page rank get higher up in Google or Bing or whatever search engine people are using. And the thing is, you might see that your page rank is different on different websites or different search engines. That's not uncommon. But what you want to know is which website are people using to visit my site the most, and that might be more important for you to rank versus the one that, we're number one on Alta Vista, but who's using Alta Vista search anymore? They're using Google, right? Some people use Bing other places. So you want to kind of think about that. And another thing I want to look at in terms of performance metrics is you want to look at conversion, okay? How many people that are organically finding my site are doing what I want them to do on my website? So that could be how many people that come to my YouTube channel and click subscribe, or how many people come here and click like on this video, right? That's a conversion I'm looking for. But you also might look at it in terms of conversion from people to buy our products. How many people, when they're searching up best pizza in Jackson, Wyoming, when they come to my thing, they actually then buy a pizza? So you have to think about is, what do you want people to convert? Like, what do you want them to do? And then you rank that and you track that metric. Are they signing up like I want? Are they clicking like that I want? Are they buying products like I want? This is what you have to think about. But it's based on that organic search, not people that are coming from your ads or something like that. This is just ones that people organically find you. And so you want to look at that metric, okay? Now, another thing we want to look at is we have to actually figure out, are we actually penetrating the market? Are we actually getting noticed by people, right? And so the next set of metrics have to do with penetration. And one thing you want to look at is what's called share of voice, okay? Share of voice is basically, I have a travel channel, Wolters World, okay? And on Wolters World, we do travel videos, and our share of voice would be, of all the searching done for travel, what percentage is for Wolters World? Okay, so if you're the pizza place, for all the searches of pizzerias in Jackson, Wyoming, what percentage of those searches go to my page, right? And so that's your share of voice. I have this percentage of all the people searching for travel, or I have this percentage of all the people searching for pizza in Jackson, Wyoming. That's what you want to look for, because your share of voice really shows how big of a piece of pie do you have? How much big piece of pie is your name and your brand in the overall scheme of things? Now, the next few kind of penetration things are a little more on the technical side. One thing you want to look at is you might want to track pages indexed, okay? So pages indexed, you have these things called spiders, okay? So search engines have spiders that they crawl through web pages and see the important words and all the stuff in there, and they try to figure out what it's for and what questions might be answered, right? And then it takes that information and puts it in Google, and their algorithms understand it and stuff like that. And the thing is, you want your pages indexed, because if they're indexed, that means search engines knows what's there and they can give it as an answer. If your pages aren't indexed, well, then the search engines aren't going to show it. Have you ever wondered why? It's like, why is no one finding my web page? It could be that your website isn't indexed very well, and therefore it's not showing up in search, or especially organic search. So make sure you're making your site very searchable. Have the titles. If you have pictures, make sure there's descriptions and alt descriptions and stuff like that for them, so indexes can search them, can find them, and share them. Now, the next thing we're going to look at is what are called backlinks. And so if you're not sure what a backlink is, this is anytime that someone links to your website or one of your blogs or whatever on their own website, okay? And the thing is when people are talking about your website and sharing your website on other websites, that's kind of giving you kind of social authority. It's kind of like, oh, this website's so good that other people are talking about it. Other people are sharing it. And that kind of like gives you like a better reputation in the eyes of the algorithms that give out search results. Okay, so the more backlinks you have are great. Now, the thing is, you got to be careful, because if all your backlinks are just from 2 sites, that might not be as good. So what you want to look at is what we call linking root domains. So you might want to look at is what are the different domains that are linking to us? Because is it better to have 20 backlinks on one site, or to have 2 backlinks on 10 sites? Because that shows that you're in 10 different spots. So 10 different kinds of domains, 10 different websites overall think your stuff's good and they're sharing. And the more backlinks you have and more of that linking root domains you have, that's of course going to give you more kind of social authority, more importance in the eyes of Google and the search engines, and that's going to help you out. So you want to make sure you're tracking that. Okay, that's why you'll see people say, hey, don't forget to like and share this video, because when people share it, it shows that, oh, people thought this was good, they shared it. So YouTube will be like, oh, we should share this video as well. And so think about that with your own stuff, with your call to actions in your videos or in your posts or in your websites or whatever. Think about those things and add those in. Now, last thing I want to talk about in terms of organic search, we're going to look at the processes, okay? Some of these metrics that are on here, and these aren't necessarily something you're going to track on your website. These are things you might track in the real world. Because here's the thing. We have to look at the cost to enable all this search engine optimization stuff. For example, if I want my travel channel to be really successful, I need to go through it and make sure it's really great and all the search engine terms are perfect, and I have the right hashtags. Well, I have 1,800 travel videos. Is the payoff for me to go through 1,800 travel videos worth it? And so you might look at that in terms of, hours of work, worker hours to do this. You might look at as how many pages you have to update a day. These kind of the processes of doing it and making your site better for the organic search, that might be something you look at. Because search engine optimization is super important for your website, but if the bang for the buck isn't worth it, it's not worth it for you to spend 1,000 hours working on your website to get the search engine optimization just right if it's only going to make you $10 more. Okay, so that's why you want to track it. Is it worth it for me to put that new thumbnail in on every single video? Maybe what you do is you test a few out. Hey, let's put a new thumbnail on these 10 videos. Okay, I'll spend the time for that and see if there's an uptick in views. If there is, was it worth the time? Because of course, if you're at a business, you track your workers' hours, right? And so if you're tracking that, you can put a financial value on it. And that's why sometimes your metrics are about the process of actually putting in that search engine optimization and doing it. Because look, you need to be optimized for organic search, but you also have to be realistic with your time, especially if you're a small business. Okay, so use at least some tips to improve your search engine optimization, but also you need to have the balance as well. That's why you do look at these these kind of project efficiency kind of stuff out there. Okay, so I hope this helps you know some of the metrics you should be looking at when you're doing organic search for your website or your social media or anything like that, because it can have a huge impact on your business. And so make sure you're doing that, because honestly, Google loves it when organic stuff gets found, and they like to share the heck out of that. That's why sometimes you're like, why can't I just get viral and it'll do so much better than if I have to pay for it to be seen? Yeah, organic viral stuff is way better. But You don't always get it. That's why we have another video on paid search metrics or paid SEO. So check out that video to help you learn more, because you need to have kind of both sides, because you can't just count on organic. Sometimes you got to pay to be found. So I hope you all do well, and let me know, how did you find this video? Was it organic? You were searching for SEO help? Or is it because I put an ad out there and you did it that way? Anyway, do let me know. I wish you all the best and have a great day, and I'll say bye from here outside of Jackson, Wyoming in the beautiful Grand Tetons National Park. Bye.